Hey yo, I'm Ziggy Natulus I speak, you know. Who you think it was, Father Christmas? Well, before me give you that, hear this first.
Hi, my name is John Holt. I want a love I can feel.
I see it all in your blue eyes. Baby, I love you to want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Baby, you love me to want you the way that I want you, if you only let it be. You taught yourself years ago you'd never let your feelings show. Something in my soul just cried. I see it all in your blue eyes. Baby, I love you to want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be.
Oh yeah, lots of hits including R.I.P. Go here, I tell you. I don't even quite remember some of the title of them. We had like On the Beach, On the Smile, Way to the Ball, The Tide Aside, Alibaba, Love I Can Feel, and a whole lot of songs tonight. A whole lot of songs to stick by me. You know what I mean? In the mood, and people like instant songs like that. You know what I mean? Enough songs, a whole lot of hits. I have the most #1 songs in Jamaica, more than any other artist. I had the longest #1 song in Jamaica that ever be in the #1 spots. It is a song called Stick By Me. It was 16 weeks #1. We had Happy Go Lucky Girl, Look What Love Has Done to Me.
Let it be, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be. It took time for me to know what you try so not to show. Something in my soul just cried. I see it all in your blue eyes. Baby, I love you to want me the way that I want you, the way that it should be. Oh, baby.
Songs nowadays is just preaching a lot of violence, and the 60s was completely different. It was real good love songs, songs with meaning, songs that you could use words out of it and speak to a woman. You know, as far as Wildfire album is concerned, that was my personal song, you know, Wildfire. I was somewhere, I think it was California or somewhere there, and the idea came to me because I was walking on the boardwalk on the beach, and there was some people making love somewhere on the boardwalk, you know what I mean, and I saw them, you know, just hugging up, and the lyrics came to me, girl, your love is like wildfire spreading all over me.
Impossible to live with you, but I know I could never live without you. No, for whatever you do, I never, never, never want to be in love with anyone but you.
My career, I recorded for actually every producer in Jamaica. As long as you can pay me, then I record for you, because I wasn't contracted to none of them. You pay me in advance and royalties. It wasn't like a sellout. I don't sell out the song, because that's not right, you see. Because I was advised by the Performing Rights Society. They came to Jamaica. About 1964, 1965, and it was just about like 6 of us, 5 of us went to the meeting. So we were advised on how to really angle our original songs. And they left us a book and stuff like that on publishing and what have you. So that's how I really got enlightened to deal with my songs. You know, it wasn't like, hey, you give me $1, man, and then the whole thing is yours. I have never done that.
Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night.
Well, I sing most of the songs first, and then Dennis Brown will do a version of it. That's the way it really goes. I never, after Dennis recorded and I recorded it, was I who always do it first, and then he would like it, because you see, I kind of was one of the Dennis influence, I'd say. He used to try to sing like me. He used to be my apprentice. So I would do that song, and then he would try to do a version of it, you know, because he always think that, hey, if John sing it, then I can too, because we're on the same tone of voice and the same keys.
Hey yo, I'm Ziggy Natulus speaking, you know. Who you think it was Father Christmas? Well, before me give you that, hear this first.
I don't care who's right or wrong.
Well, how did I get to start doing those things in England? Is I was in Jamaica, right? Because I had no intention of leaving Jamaica to go nowhere. You know what I mean? That is why I'm coming to these towns so late in my career, you know, because I had no interest in this. I was all right in Jamaica, you know what I mean? I didn't have any problem or anything like that. I was like, good, I'm all right here, you know, while other guys were moving. I would just say, go nowhere, you know, I'm staying right here. These places are too far for me to go, to be honest with you, you know. But there was a man in England, he had a sound system, right? His name is Tony Ashfield. He used to, I was his favorite artist anyway, you know. He used to play a lot of John Holt. If I cough on a record, he would be playing it 1,000,000 times and say, just John coughing, man. So he asked Jimmy Riley, you know, if he know me. So Jimmy said, yeah, I know John. So he sent Jimmy Riley down to Jamaica, especially to come and see me, and asked me if I would come to England to record a song for him. I told him I'm not leaving Jamaica to go to England to do any songs. You know? The man would have to come to Jamaica. So he came down to Jamaica, and then we recorded The Further You Look, John Holt Sings For I album right there in Jamaica, you know. And then I was influenced by Jimmy and him to come to England to promote the songs.
I don't care who's right or wrong. I won't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow, 'cause tonight I need bread. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow is out of sight, and it's sad to be alone.
Hey yo, I'm Ziggy Natulus speaking, you know. Who you think it was Father Christmas? Well, before me give you that, hear this first. Your safe flight documents in a Selassie briefcase. Take it away. Wicked.
Greetings. This is Junior Holt, the son of the legendary John Holt. Just letting you all know that I man give thanks to each and every one of you who supported Mr. Holt over the years in reggae, in his career. And just remember that he is gone but not forgotten. Will never be forgotten either. Gone too soon, but Jah already done receive him, and he's looking down on us right now, smiling. And I man will guarantee you that his name will still live on, and if I don't do it, another one from the whole tribe will do it. So just remember that. I want to say enough respect to the family members, the Gallimore family, the Cottrell family, and also the Holt family, and also each and everyone who is connected. Right, just remember that I man Junior Holt say, the name will continue. To be continued. Alright? So I'm just looking out to each and every one of you. I'll be reaching out to you with some positive music, good music. And just know that Mr. Holt will never be forgotten. And I man miss him very much. So just remember this. I want the love I can feel. That's the only kind of love I think it's real. Don't want you be going by something I heard. 'Cause baby action speaks louder than words. Rastafari, you'll be hearing from I Man very soon. One love.
Yippee! You can't see it. Why? Because me listen to Ziggy Natulus on R.I.P radio. Me love him, you see.
I want the love I can feel. That's the only kind of love I think is real. Don't want to be going by something I heard. 'Cause baby action speaks louder than words. I want the love that is mine. In the rain it's always sun, sunshine. A love to keep me warm when it's cold. That kind of loving that will never go. Don't you know I wanna love? Oh, don't you know I wanna love? Don't you know I wanna love? Don't you know I wanna love? I want the love I can see. That kind of loving you could give to me. That kind of kisses that will make me mad. That kind of loving that will really.
Hey yo, I'm Ziggy Natulus I speak, you know. Who you think it was Father Christmas? Well, before me give you that, hear this first.
Don't you know I wanna love? She's the queen of the ghetto, and I know so. Oh yeah. She lives in the heart of the city. Down there where there is no pity, no. She knows the root of the rootless. She lives among the baddest of the baddest. She's the queen of the ghetto. She's the queen of the ghetto. She's the queen of the ghetto.
What you have to tell them if them not listen on R.I.P radio?
You just don't get it, you. You don't.
My dream last night was about Alibaba with the 40 thieves. Tom, the piper's son, he was there with me. I rode through a valley with a princess by my side. The Duke and the Duchess was there to meet me with a smile. Alice was there in Wonderland, staring far away. The tree-blind mice was there with me to tell the teddy bear the tale. The teddy bear came smiling there with a big smile. The little bo peep has lost her sheep last night. Dreamed last night about Alibaba with the 40 thieves. Tom, the piper son, he was there with me. I rode through the valley with the princess by my side. The Duke and the Duchess did the reggae last night.
I say, yo, chap, did you know that Ziggy Natulus is on R.I.P radio at this moment? Say what? And did you know he is also playing some cool classical tunes? Say what? And did you also know he's on from 8 to 10 every Tuesday? Say what? That one is just simply called Say What?
My dream last night was about Alibaba with the 40 thieves. Tom, the piper son, he was there with me. I rode through the valley with the princess by my side. I did the reggae last night with the princess, my bride.
We begin our special in memory of the late John Holt with a look at his amazing journey in reggae. The year was 1966, and in Jamaica, rocksteady ruled as ska, the island's first pop genre. Faded like time on New Year's Eve. Between 66 and 68, rocksteady was the most popular music genre in Jamaica.
Listen to me, Miss Winey, carefully.
It was during this period that the inimitable voice of a young singer named John Holt earned a place in Jamaica's music.
I want your love, I'm getting deep.
And would remain in its mainstream for almost 5 decades.
I am tired of living in fear.
John Holt is a personal friend. We go back from little boy days in Maxwell Park.
Born in Kingston in 1945, Holt's desire to sing was awakened while a student at Calabar High School.
We all were around one piano underneath a little shed. Somebody left a piano there, and there you had Keith Anderson, who was across from Maxwell Park Children's Home, John Holt, Wilfred Jackie Edwards, Owen Gray, and all the guys would come by and just play on the piano. Pam pa 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 pam pa.
At age 16, after being pelted with orange peels and banana skins, John finally won the then popular Dear John Talent Contest.
And the next morning, everybody was like, oh, did you hear what happened with John? He sang, sometimes I cry when I'm lonely.
Sometimes I cry when I'm lonely.
And it just tore up the entire place, and he had that entire place in tears.
This opened a number of doors for the singer, including a live radio performance and a chance to do his first single, entitled Forever I Will Stay.
My little darling, why did you leave?
But it wasn't until John took over as lead for a group called the Paragons that he became a household name.
There's a man that lives next door in my neighborhood.
Initially, the Paragons recorded mostly R&B covers for Studio One, but after lead singer Bob Andy left the group to pursue a solo career, the Paragons, now a trio, exploded with John Holt on lead vocals over the new rocksteady beat.
And you know, when John became a part of the Paragons and my group, the Jamaicans, a lot of times we would sing a song and people would say, wow, that's the Paragons, and people would have bets about the Paragons, especially with the song Things You Say You Love You're Gonna Lose. A lot of people thought it was John with the Paragons who did that song.
It was a fresh sound which produced a more focused blend of voice and energy.
You were seen
1965 and 1970, the Paragons released 16 singles, most of which reached number 1 on the charts. Among them, On the Beach and Wear You to the Ball.
I'm gonna wear you to the ball tonight. Put on your best dress tonight.
Yet, like so many of their peers at the time, lack of financial reward led to disbanding, leaving John on his own. But Holt did not give up. In no time, the man with the golden voice was back in the studio as a solo performer and soon dropped chart toppers like Tonight and Stick By Me.
Stick by me, I'll stick by you.
And then came classics like Left with a Broken Heart and Love I Can Feel.
Don't you know I wanna love?
In 1970, John signed a deal with British-based Trojan Records, for which he recorded his first album entitled 1000 Volts of Holt.
I'd like to run away from you, but if you never found me, I would cry.
I took John up to England, and we wanted him to stay in England, Coxton and myself, because we wanted to work on him in the right way, in the way that an artist should be worked on over a period of time.
The album went to number 5 on the British national charts, and with a tour of Europe, the name John Holt became a household one all over the continent.
There's an album called Love I Can Feel that was released in Jamaica. I took 4 of those songs. When Coxon sent over that album to me, I heard 4 of those songs that could lend itself to orchestration. So what I did was to go in the studio with those songs, 4 of them, from that album, and put strings on it. And so 1000 Volts of Holt came out of that.
Just for this moment.
In 1975, Trojan went bankrupt, sending John's career into a financial tailspin. His uncollected royalties were tied up in litigation, and it wasn't until Saga Records bought the Trojan catalog towards the end of 1976 that John was able to press and release new products.
Strange things happen on a Friday night.
In 1981, the American rock and roll singer Blondie topped charts around the world with The Tide Is High. A song written by John and made popular during his days with the Paragons. During the 1980s, working with producer John Laws, John sustained relevance with hits like Police in Helicopter and Carpenter.
Police in helicopter, I search for marijuana.
In 2012, John Holt was one of several living icons of reggae. AEG presented at the O2 Arena in London in celebration of Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence.
I'm not the kind of man who give up just like that. Oh, that is how I love you all.
They were all together with me and I was all together with them, and it was a musical vibes, and I felt very good about doing what I did for them, because it was just all for them really, because that's what I came for.
Yeah! Love you, love you! I want to get the girls scream out!
John Holt. I follow John Holt. He's absolutely amazing. We follow him all the way. And if I have to go to Jamaica, I'd love to go to Jamaica. See him.
Stick by me, I will stick by you. Stick by me, I will stick by you.
Three in the meadow. Who's got singing? Three in the meadow. We are going to represent
absolutely brilliant. The whole setup and the whole night, it's just,
A few days after his performance at the O2, On Stage traveled with John to Belgium for a performance at the Gale Reggae Festival. It was his first time at the festival and the only encore performance we witnessed. Thrilling moments that were to be etched in the minds of the over 70,000 in the venue for a long time.
John is going to tell us how he feels about last night.
Oh, last night was fantastic, I must need to say. I enjoyed it immensely. It was a glorious event. Everybody was so together. They were all having fun, and this only goes to show how foreigners appreciate our music, reggae music, and we should learn from them.
Still one of the most sought after in reggae. On Monday, October 20, John Holt passed away in the wee hours of the morning in a London hospital. This after a short bout with cancer.
a leg well run, a life well lived. Another one of us who's dedicated time, life, effort to the betterment, upliftment of Jamaican culture, the people, and Jamaica as a whole. And as we always say, I don't think we lose anyone. I say Jamaica's lost a son, because we invariably get there, all of us. And his legacy will be highly influential.
I'm saddened, but I'm heartened at the same time, simply because the contribution that he has made, it'll live on forever. That is why I like when the artists get to entertaining that they also record. So like eventualities like this, we can always have them in our keeping. And I share a very special feeling with John because he says we share the same birthday. Well, that's special. Very special. So we're very delighted that I could have had the time, I've had the opportunity, the privilege to have presented him on so many occasions, and it has made my entertainment life so appreciative of him, and to all the many persons like myself who will miss him, will grieve and mourn in this time. He still lives on.
I am really saddened by the passing of John, because I was getting very close to John, because he was supposed to do that New York show that Marcy and Friends did, that I was a part of. And we were really, really looking forward, because that man had such a magic on stage. And I really was looking forward to be in the audience, to just behold him performing. But he wasn't able to make it because of his illness. And I was looking forward to another time to be in the audience and watching him perform. It wasn't possible.
I'm really gonna miss him. He has left an indelible mark in the music industry, and I don't have an answer to how we're gonna get over this right now, because he's been such a joy. He has brought so much joy to all of us through the music, and we're gonna miss him.
We have lost an artist who was so naturally talented. Singers like John and Dennis and those sort of singers, it's a legacy to our industry and to our business.
Oh, I'd like to be one of them.
Hey yo, I'm Ziggy Natulus I speak, you know. Who you think it was, Father Christmas? Well, before me give you that, hear this first.